Homes across Bristol have been recycling for years. It's almost second nature now. But have you ever wondered what happens to a can like this when it gets recycled? Well, in order to find out, it required a very early morning at the Bristol Waste Depot on Albert Road, a team of eager crew members, and a rather fetching orange suit. Now successfully suited and booted, my next mission was to find someone dressed in a similarly high-vis hue, and that happened to be Business Development Manager Gwen Frost.
Hello, Gwen. Hi Jamie, how are you?
Very good, thank you. All the better for being in this fantastic orange outfit. But right now, Gwen, I'm sort of all the gear and no idea. I'm pretty sort of clueless as to what goes on here, so I'm hoping you can fill me in.
Okay, so this is Bristol Waste, our transfer station. So we collect all of the recycling for Bristol. So here, everything that's collected off the curbside by our operatives and staff comes back here and we process it.
It's quite an early morning, Gwen. I'm not used to being up at this sort of time, but this must be sort of a regular occurrence here, so it must be quite a tight operation.
It is. All the vehicles and crews are out by 7, so they're collecting, be it your refuse or your recycling, by 7 o'clock. Our street cleansing operatives are out much earlier than that, so actually the refuse and recycling nearly have a lie-in compared to them. We've got over 25 refuse vehicles and over 50 recycling vehicles, and they go out throughout Bristol every day to a different part of Bristol.
Now what has really grabbed my attention, Gwen, are these fantastic metallic walls that we've got all around us. I'm wondering if you can take me over and tell me what's actually inside.
These are our aluminium bales. The less shiny ones behind us are the steel bales. So basically all generally drink cans, but you can see some food tin cans and that kind of thing, all get crushed from our baler after being separated in our transfer station. So today, Jamie, we're going to find out how this aluminium can turns into one of those bales.
Good stuff. Can't wait. Over 230 million cans, foil trays and aerosols are thrown away every year in Bristol. If they're recycled, they are crushed into bales, each weighing around 450 kilos, which is then sold to industry and recycled into food packaging or electronics. To see exactly how your recycled rubbish goes from bin to bale, I've come to meet Bristol Waste crew member Tony Jackson, who I thought could use a hand. Hello, you must be Tony?
Yes, indeed I am.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Jamie. So
nice to meet you.
I'm going to be helping you with your work today.
Okay.
So how long have you been a crew member with Bristol Waste?
I've been a crew member with Bristol Waste for 9 years.
Yeah? And how do you find it? Do you like it? Do you enjoy your job?
Yes, very.
So what are we doing today then?
Today we're, like to say, doing recycling and that, getting all the tins, the cardboards and that to recycling it. Basically, this is the box here.
Yeah.
If you grab that box, paper. Always check inside this paper to make sure that there ain't no tins or no spoons or nothing like that inside there. So what we do now, we'll go to the van and I shall show you. So basically,
yeah,
if you come to here, paper. First of all, if you get this box, always put the box just there for yourself. There's a hook there.
Oh, right, okay.
That paper,
yeah,
chuck the paper in there.
Yeah.
From there, so now we move over to this one here, the glass.
Oh, and there's the hook, right, okay.
We've got clear glass and brown glass. So the brown glass goes in there.
Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Got a jar.
No, and yeah, clear glass.
And then, is this glass?
Yes.
Yes, cool.
Basically, once we've done this, always make sure that we put this back exactly where we've got it from. Then we just continue. I would have to move the truck down again to continue doing the rest of the recycling.
All right then. So one street down, but many more to go. Stay watching, because in a bit we'll find out how the recyclable material collected by me and Tony could end up in your laptop or your smartphone. I'm spending the day with Bristol Waste, finding out why it's so important to recycle your rubbish. If all of the metal packaging used in Bristol's homes was collected for recycling, we would prevent around 6,300 tonnes of carbon dioxide from entering the atmosphere. That's the equivalent of taking more than 1,345 cars per year off our streets. But all that metal won't recycle itself, so crew member Tony Jackson has been showing me the ropes.
Always look into the plastics to make sure, because basically 9 times out of 10, you might have broken glass and that, like say inside there, which is like say very dangerous. With this area and that has got like say a load of bags, loads of bags like this, recycling bags. So what we do, you tend to look in there just to make sure that there's no glass or anything like that in there. The tins and everything else and that is okay.
Yeah.
You tend to generally shake them, shake the bag.
And you can hear, can you?
Yeah, you can hear. Hold the bag like this way. From there, you've got like a little, little thing just there. So once you've got it, if you hold it, push that inside there, shake it. That's it, just chuck it in.
So after we've got all this stuff in the van, what happens to it next?
After, like say, basically like that, once we get all the stuff and that into the truck, and then we're coming to like, and the truck's getting full, we then go back to the depot, and that. I offload the truck, have a break, and then I comes back out, and then I repeat the process again, like say in a different area.
Back to the depot then with a truck full of recyclable paper, plastic and metal, all destined for a new life. Before it can be sold on to be reused, the material is separated and processed by a baler, a huge piece of machinery which sorts the tons of waste that comes through the depot and uses incredible force to crush the material into manageable bales. Craig Foreman explains what happens. So, Craig, I've just been out collecting recycling on the streets. It arrives here, then what happens to it?
So, when it comes back to the depot, our yard team will load it into our baler. So, the baler has 2 separate magnets, and so that separates the steel and aluminium. And then the plastic, because the plastics are collected mixed together with the steel and aluminium, the plastic gets dropped by gravity. So, they get separated into 3 different bays. And then the baler then can bale up the different products separately into roughly 1-ton bales, and then we sell it onto our processors.
So what happens to the recycling? Say I recycled a can, what could that be turned into?
I mean, aluminium and steel could be turned into most electronic products, into any like metal products, cars and stuff like that. But because our aluminium is really clean, it's 99.2% clean, it gets turned back into food products, so more aluminium tins, baked bean tins and stuff like that.
Obviously, recycling materials is going to generate then some income. Who gets all that money?
The surplus goes back into the city, so it's quite important for the residents of Bristol to recycle as much as you can. So more recycled materials come in, the more money that the city gets, so the surplus goes towards the city. This
incredible operation happens most days at the crack of dawn, whilst your day is just getting started. And not only does it get rid of your waste, it has some incredible benefits. Recycling just one can saves enough energy to power a computer or a television for 1 hour. So not only is it fantastic for the environment, it's great for Bristol too. Your metal matters, so why not recycle it?